Hello yogis, Maud here again and welcome to your Yoga for Grief or Loss class, part 4. So this is part 4 of a series that I have put together. My hope is that after taking this class that you would take the other classes as well in the series. Because as you know, this process of going through grief and loss, depending on the day, we have different emotions, we have different energies, and I just wanted to offer a class for variety. And for those days where we feel a little bit better, for some days where we may not feel that good. And so before we start, I just wanted to acknowledge each and every one of you for showing up, for making time, and for prioritizing yourself right here on the mat. As much as part of the healing process and going through grief is reaching out and asking for help, a lot of it also has to do with you just sitting with your emotions and with your thoughts. And today, perhaps using the breath and the movement to flow some of that energy through. And hopefully that helps you maneuver and navigate through this process. And my hope is that this entire time you feel supported by me and that you are not alone. In my other classes, I offer maybe a piece of belonging or a symbol or a thing or an object, a picture or whatever, maybe perhaps that person or that thing that you lost to be a part of your practice if that helps you. I know I did it for the other classes. For this one, I will not use anything, but if that serves you well, perhaps having a photo of a loved one or anything like that, go ahead and grab them along with blankets and all the pillows in the world that you may have at your disposal. Otherwise, let's begin. So I am going to make sort of a furniture out of my bolster. And however this might look like for you, just honor that. But if you do have yoga blocks, have both yoga blocks on there. And I'm just going to place my furniture like so that I can lean on it. Now, if you don't have a bolster, just grab a pillow and probably just have something underneath it that kind of bulks up and allows a little bit of lift of your upper body. And perhaps if you have another pillow or another blanket, you can just place it within your arm's reach. We're going to start class with us leaning towards this furniture. And so I'm going to just bend my legs here. Just let my upper body sort of trust the prop. And right now, you can kind of slide down, slide up, make your little adjustments. You can place your hands anywhere. It could be on the belly, could be outside. But for me, I'm going to grab this pillow or something and just hug it in. Kind of maybe a little bit of expression of the love that we may have lost or the feeling of maybe a void that we may be feeling. And not so much dwelling on it, but just using the body, using this expression and this pose to express our love. And so I want you guys to just either close your eyes or let your eyelids feel heavy. And your legs can be in any shape or anything that you want to do with the legs really is good, as long as you're comfortable. Just breathing normally, letting the body settle, sort of easing the mind as well, that we're going to take things slow. We're going to move and breathe mindfully. And however we feel, whatever it is that we're feeling in this mat, we can be our most honest and raw selves. So if there are tears, then there are tears. Let them flow. If there's laughter, then laugh. If there's certain memories, certain things that get brought up, words that I may say, that may remind you of something or that someone, react to it in a way that you feel is healthy. And accept that as universal as grief is, our experience with it is very individual. So honor how you're feeling right now. Your story, Honor how you're feeling right now, your emotions. And honor how you're feeling right now, your thoughts and your body. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh. One more time, inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, sigh it out. If you wish to do so, start to breathe in and out through the nose, keeping your face soft, keeping your heart space open. Already feeling the difference in the body just by manipulating the breath. Just spend a few more moments breathing like that, mindfully and intentionally. Inhale through nose. Exhale it out. Beautiful. You can blink your eyes open if you want. Set your pillow aside. And then open your arms and lengthen them overhead. And then perhaps kind of rocking the legs left and right. The hips and the groin are not quite ready to get into a cobbler shape yet. So we're just going to mobilize a little bit. Just move the body and just let the lower body feel good. As we allow more space in the upper body by opening the chest and keeping the arms long. And send both knees together towards the midline. Open up the right knee. And then slowly roll onto your right side. Release the arms and just rest on the right side of the body, right side of the face. If this is comfortable to you, then make a pillow with your hands, stack the knees on top of each other, or just bend the legs. Some of you may want your right arm behind your furniture, and you can just rest the right side of your face in the head. Flipping the palms up towards the sky renders a more receiving energy. Cultivating the sense of acceptance. Last breath right here, inhale. And then exhale. Beautiful. Palm the mat and gently peel your face off of your prop. And let's swivel the hips onto the other side. I'll be facing away from you. Hope that's okay. You can stack the hips, just bend the legs. Again, you can make a pillow with your hands and on top of that furniture. Or you can send your left arm behind it and just plant the left side of your face down. Letting the thoughts come and go. Exhale out. And then gently palm the mat. Push yourself up. And then come into a nice seated position. You can keep the prop where it is. We'll be using it later on. So if you have an extra blanket, an extra cushion, just I encourage you to just sit on top of it so that our hips are lifted higher than the knees. Just a little, feels a little better to the lower spine. And as we here, you can cross up the shins, hands on the knees. And then let's inhale, bring your heart forward, a little bit of lift in the chin. And then exhale slowly, round the spine. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Inhale, just letting the body and the breath ebb and flow. Just like the events in our lives, right? Nothing is guaranteed and everything is temporary. Same with the breath. When we breathe out, we really let everything out so that the next inhales are meaningful, helpful, and more beneficial and more needed. It's another way of saying do not take these little big things for granted. And so going through these emotions, going through a state of loss sort of makes you appreciate some of the things and moments that you may not have appreciated as much as you do now. One more time, inhale. And then exhale around the spine. Beautiful. Just walk the hands forward, be on your fingertips. If you want to palm the ground, you can do so, but you can stop right there, perhaps just in a 45-degree angle. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, just bend the elbows, find a nice gentle fold. We're not finding a super deep fold right here. Our lower back is not quite ready for that, but just take a nice, genuine, simple bow right here. And then slowly release from this. Walk your hands towards the left side, perhaps just in front of that left knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Allow some space in there, and then exhale. You can just bend the elbows and bow your head. Find your fold here on this left side. Feeling a bit of a stretch on the right side of the body. Inhale. And then exhale. Slowly find your rainbow and walk your hands towards the other side, the right side. Just place your hands in front of your right knee. Inhale once again. Take the time to really find length in the spine. Finding length also in your patience. And then exhale. Bend the arms. Bend the elbows. Drop your head. There's definitely no rushing in the process of grief and loss. It takes time, and even some of us are still going through the motions of it years and years later. Inhale, slowly release and come back to center. Interlace your fingers. You can keep your wrists as close to each other as possible, and inhale, lift your arms up. As open as your chest may be, send the ribs in. Try not to splay that energy out, keeping some of the energy intact. To remind ourselves, even as life throws a lot of wrenches our way, that we can stay centered, authentic, and grounded. And yoga is definitely one big tool that can help with that. And we're only doing our best. Inhale, rise here. Lift to the side of the ribs. Exhale, lateral bend to the right. Inhale, find your center. Exhale, lateral bend to the left. One more time, inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Stay over on this left side. Just drop your left hand down. Inhale to lengthen the arms. And as you exhale, bend that left elbow. Send the right arm all the way to the left, reaching, but keeping the heart open to your front space. Inhale, reach up. Release, right hand down. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, slowly bend to the right. One more time, just like that. Making it left and right. Left hand down, right hand up. Making your trip all the way to the left. Inhale up. Allowing the body to be this tool and this instrument to flow some of that energy within the body and out. And it just helps us process some things that may feel heavy. Go ahead and switch in the shins, right here. And interlace your fingers behind the head. Let your thumbs rest on your neck or behind the neck. And open your elbows out. On the next inhale, slowly lift your heart up. Lift your chin up. Let your head rest towards your hands. And as you exhale, draw the elbows towards each other. Tuck your chin towards your chest, keeping the spine long. Inhale, center, open up the elbows. Then exhale, slowly send the right elbow down, the left elbow up. Inhale, center. Exhale the other way. One big inhale, center, and then slowly look up. Open the heart, keep your ribs in. Exhale, draw the elbows towards each other. Long spine, find the stretch in the back of the neck. Inhale, center, open the elbows. Exhale, lateral bend to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Beautiful. Slowly come to center. Release the arms. And then just cross the right arm across the chest, letting the left arm help clip that arm in. You can make a scarf out of your arm or just feel this nice stretch in the shoulders. Let's go the other way. Left arm crosses the chest. Make a scarf or not. Feel this nice stretch right here. Big breath. And then exhale. I'm going to revisit this one pose that we did. So plant your hands down. Plant your palms down if you want. We've switched the shins. Just notice the difference in the lower back. Inhale to make space. Exhale, find your fold. Again, we're not going for a super deep fold right here. Just bow down. Keeping your sit bones on your cushion or on the mat. And then slowly come back to center and release. Go ahead and face your prop once again. We're going to do a propped up child's pose. Knees are apart from each other. And then the toes come towards each other, hips on towards the heels. Make your adjustment. Lay your upper body on top of your furniture. And you can just get your forehead down on that if you're comfortable. Otherwise, you can also just turn one side at a time. And I'll let you know when we're halfway and you can turn to the other way, the other side. And slowly turn to the other side, the other cheek. Big breath, inhale. And then exhale. Palm the mat and gently peel your upper body away from it. Set your props aside for a moment as we go ahead and do hands and knees or quadruped. Make sure that your wrists are underneath the shoulders and that your knees are underneath the hips, making sure there's space between the legs, spreading your fingers apart. And before we get into our cat-cows, let's zip the belly a little bit and then just send our hips left and right. Helps reduce the lower back. Sometimes when we do these little movements that truly do help move energy through, it's almost very subtle, the changes that you feel. But when we're going through this process right here, which is very critical and a meaningful part of your life, we are reminded how just movement helps. And I truly believe that movement is medicine. And sometimes all we need to do is move the body, acknowledge that there's energy that we may be keeping in, that we may need to kind of let out and release a little bit, or at least just flow through. And we can use that as an analogy on how we're navigating through life, just letting some things flow through, as hard as it may be to accept at first. And let's come to center, do our cat-cows. Inhale, drop our bellies, lift your tailbone, open the chest, and then lift your head. Exhale, you round the spine. Tuck your chin towards your chest and push the floor away from you, rounding it. 3 or 4 or 5 cat-cows here, whatever feels good to your body. And I know I've said this in my other classes, but these poses where we alternate by looking up and looking down, it kind of reminds us that some days it's easier to look at the sun and celebrate and be vibrant and be positive. And some days we just kind of want to stay within ourselves, and it may not be the best feeling in the world. But that's all part of the journey. That's all part of the story. One more time. Just arching and rounding. And then coming back to center. Lengthen your right arm forward and your left leg back. So inhale right here, finding your spinal balance. A little bit of zip in the belly so you don't dump into those shoulder joints. And then exhale, right hand down, left foot down. Left arm up, inhale, right leg lifts. I'm not going to cue alignment so much or be particular so much about the level of engagement, because right now what matters to me is that you just flow through this. You feel good. Left hand down, right knee down. Left leg lifts, right arm lifts. Revisiting that first side. Inhale, lengthen out. As you exhale, draw the elbow and the knee towards each other. Underneath that belly, round it out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rounding it out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rounding it out. One more time, inhale, lengthen. If you wish to do so, bend the left leg. Let the right hand grab that foot using your hand or a strap. Breathing here. A little bit of engagement in that left glute. And then exhale, slowly release, right hand down, left knee down. Send the pelvis left and right once again. And then stop at the center. This time left arm forward, right leg back. Doing the other side. Inhale here, reach forward and back. Exhale, round it out, elbow to knee and knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen out. Find your balance, find your focus. You're doing the best you can. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach one more time. If you wish to do so, bend the leg, reach out towards the foot. Find this arch. Breathe. Finding your focus. Ever so gently release, left hand down, right knee down. And then find your center right here. Inhale, lift the left leg behind you. And as you exhale, step it through between the palms. Inhale, lift the arms up. As you exhale, plant the palms down. Lift the right knee off of the mat. Right hand can be on a block or on your mat, but plant it inside the left foot as you inhale and twist towards your left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keeping this twist, just plant the right knee down. If you wish to do so, bend the right leg. Left arm reaches towards that foot if you want that quad stretch. Tucking the tailbone under, breathing. Open up the left shoulder. Feel good. Feel spacious in the chest. And then exhale, slowly release. Walk the hands back into your half splits. Toes down or toes lifted. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to find your fold. Notice if the breath is labored. We're doing our best we can. Like I said, anything that comes up, let it come up. Beautiful. Slowly come back to center. Come back into your quadruped. Find your center first. Before you lift your right leg back, exhale, plant the right foot down. Inhale, just lift the arms up. Exhale, plant the hands down. Lift your left knee off of the mat, finding your low lunge. Left hand on a block or on the mat. Inhale, twist to the right. Lift your right arm up. Breathe. Inhale right here. As you exhale, left knee down, you can bend the left leg. Allow the right arm to reach towards that foot. Again, if you have a strap, use it. Otherwise, just bend that leg or don't bend the leg at all. That's not what matters. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly release. Walking the hands back. Finding your half splits right here. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, find your fold. Try not to overstretch here. Do enough that there is a release in tension, a release in perhaps emotion, or you can just sort of let your thoughts go for a little bit and focus on the body. Inhale, crawl back to center. Lift your left knee off of the mat and plant it at an angle. So you're doing warrior legs. And then plant your right hand down on a block or on a mat. You can even hold your ankle. And then slowly lift your left arm up. Side angle from bottom up. Inhale right here. Exhale to release. Keeping the legs, inhale, rise up, warrior two. Look towards your right middle finger. Inhale. And then exhale, cartwheel the arms. Palm the mat. Send the right foot back. Find your first downward facing dog. Pedal the legs one at a time. Keeping this sense of balance and focus, but also just feeling the body out. Maybe some parts just feel tense, not quite open. And then inhale right here in your down dog, lengthening the spine, sending the hips up, and keeping a softness in the bend and a bend in the legs if the lower back's just not quite ready. And then exhale, slowly plant the knees down. This time, inhale, lengthen right leg back. Exhale, step it through between the palms. I'm sorry, this time it's the left leg between the palms. Sorry about that. Lift the right knee up. Plant that leg at an angle. And you can plant your left hand inside the foot on a block or on the mat, even cradle the ankle. Side angle from the bottom up. Inhale, lift the right arm up. You can send the arm up to the sky. You can send it, towards the crown of your head. Inhale right here. Exhale. Slowly come up into your warrior two on this side. Finding the angle on that right foot, the right ankle. Looking beyond your left middle finger. Inhale right here. Exhale, cartwheel the arms, pivot your back heel. And then step back into your downward facing dog.
Inhale, lengthen spine. Spread palms, spread fingers. And then exhale, send hips up. Open the backs of the legs. But you don't have to lock those knees. Try to keep a soft bend in there. Be accommodating to your lower back. Breathe here, inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. Keep the mouth open and move your jaw around. Releases any tension you're feeling in the face and the jaw. Next, inhale, lift your right leg up. Three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through between the palms. Plant the back heel down at an angle and slowly come up, warrior two. Opening up the chest, really feeling spacious in the heart space. This time, keeping the legs at warrior, just cross the arms and hug yourselves. Inhale right here. Keep the spine long. As you exhale, bend the right leg, straighten the right leg into these triangle legs. And then slowly slide the body, the upper body down towards the right, like an armless triangle. Inhale to center. And then slowly extend the legs, point the toes forward. Right toes in, left toes out. Spread the arms. Revisit your warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale out. Hug yourselves once again, keeping the bend in those legs. Next, inhale, extend the left leg, send your hips to the right. Exhale, slide the body down. Armless triangle. I love this self-hugging pose. It's just an expression of self-soothing, self-care, self-love. And that's what we all need today, right? Inhale, slowly come up. Toes point forward. Reach the arms out. As you exhale, bend the legs, round the spine, give yourselves a hug. Draw your chin towards your chest. Inhale, open the chest. Lengthen the spine, lengthen the legs. Exhale, hug it out, hug it in. Imagine you're hugging this ball. Keep it close to you. Drop your head towards your chest. Inhale 2 more times, just like that. Making the arms big, being loving, being receiving, being giving. Exhale. Rounding it out. 1 more time, just like that. Inhale. Feel the expansion of your emotion, your thoughts. And exhale, round it out. Keeping this shoulder to shoulder motion, just heel toe the feet wider than your hips. And then gently find a dangle. You can stick with a shoulder to shoulder, or you can do elbow to elbow, but just drop your head and let stuff go. Slowly release the arms. Inhale, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. And as you exhale, drop one palm after the other. One knee after the other. Sit back, hips to heels. Palms towards each other. Let the thumbs touch your chest. Always remembering that we come back from within to within. Notice the shift in your energy. Bring the breath to a cooler place right here. We've changed altitudes. Now we're just trying to be still and not frozen. And kind of sit with whatever it is that is stirring in our minds and our hearts and our heads. Inhale here. As you exhale, come into a closed-knee child's pose. So drop your forehead onto something, maybe the mat. Hands reach towards your feet and then just round it out. Feel free to rock left and right. Gently palm the mat from underneath your shoulders and slowly come up. Sit your bums down, back on your cushion or whatever prop that you may have. Open the legs out, lengthen the legs out. And just feel the sit bones on top of your cushion. Grab your pillow or your bolster. You can place it in front of you like this. You can slant it out like this, whatever feels good to you. But we just kind of did this earlier. We were kind of hugging ourselves. So let's go ahead and use this pillow, this prop, to do so. You can prop your chin up like that. You can turn your head. My only recommendation is that if the body somehow wants to move after you've done this for a few seconds or for a few moments, let it move. I talked about little movements earlier, making big changes. This is a move that just makes me feel better. It makes me feel less stuck, or maybe perhaps obsessive about a certain thought that can get me into dwelling, into lingering, perpetuating, and moves me into a place of moving through, flowing through, and acceptance. And each journey is so different because it's a very individual experience. So wherever you're at, these are all recommendations and suggestions. If it doesn't work for you, please listen to your intuition, listen to your body, your heart, and your mind, and do what's best for you. For me right now, this rocking left and right is so soothing. It also makes it easier for me to remember the people that I've lost and the love that I had for them. Again, your grief may not be about a person, could be about a beloved animal, an idea, a life. And so honor that too. We all have different stories. Just a couple more rocks left and right, if that's what you're doing. Otherwise, just stay a couple more breaths here. Slowly stop at the center. Let's just do one nice gentle twist on each side. Place your pillow on top of the right leg. Inhale here to lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, you can fold all the way down towards the bolster, or you can just drop your head down. I'm not going to spend a long time here. Inhale, release. Just move that prop over to the other side. Yogi's choice, how you want your legs to engage or not engage. Find your fold over on this side. Inhale to release. You can set that prop aside. Cross the shins. Let's inhale our arms wide and up. Palms each other. Exhale, hands to heart center, thumbs touching your chest. 2 more times, inhale, round it out. And then exhale, lower them down towards the chest. 1 more time, inhale, palms together. And send them to heart center. And for now, bow your head towards your hands. Despite everything that is going through, despite the stories, the moments, the circumstances that you're having to navigate through right now, just remember that you always have yourself. You always have your practice. You always have your breath. And you can use those as tools, as things that you can go back to every time you are in this space of grief and loss. Reminding yourselves how strong you are, how resilient you are, and that nothing in life is guaranteed. But despite all that, have a little smile on your face.
celebrate life, and know that there are always, always good moments ahead of you, and we should all be hopeful about that. With a hint of smile on my face, I bow down to you and your practice. Bow down to yourselves and your practice as well, your inner teacher, your inner voice. I really do appreciate you for coming into this practice today. This is not an easy practice to come to. It just takes the time and energy and the commitment to do this. And so I really commend you for showing up. I hope you take the other classes in this series. I hope you give me feedback. Let me know if there's anything else that you're looking for. Otherwise, from my house to yours, namaste, namaste, namaste. Until next time, bye for now and take care.